All right, hi. It is Saturday. I went to the doctor on Thursday for my post-op, and great news, she took my drains out. So I'm no longer connected to tubes and with those little sacks to collect all the fluids. So that went well. The healing is going great. And she said, you know, to just keep doing what I'm doing, not overdo it, don't try to push it. The sutures and everything are still inside, and the healing is going well. The only thing that popped up yesterday, well actually, so Wednesday, Thursday, my energy was fantastic. I felt normal, everything was great. And then Friday, I felt a little tired, which I guess, you know, just need to get rest. But one of the things that popped up is I got this rash on my trunk, so my stomach, and then in my breast area, and then everything up here. Anything that was like a little cut or a scrape or, you know, I don't even know where some of these things came from. They're all like inflamed and red and itchy and burny. And then the rash started to make its way from my shoulders down my arms. I was using twice. I used a new moisturizer, but I only put it on my legs, and then I had put moisturizer on my chest because my arms and my chest were looking really dry, so I stopped doing that. So it's pretty uncomfortable. So we're doing laundry right now, trying to pinpoint the cause of the rash. At first I thought maybe it was the Tylenol because I was taking so much Tylenol every day, but my sister-in-law said that if I was having an allergic reaction to Tylenol, it might be more blistery. So just discomfort with the burning and the itching, but it's not anything crazy. I guess I could show you. I don't know if you can see, but the rash is all on my tummy, and then it goes up, and here's where my drains were. And so yeah, just not sexy, but I need to keep the compression on for about 2 more weeks. Wanted to share a couple things that have been really beneficial. The first are these pads that go under your compression. Bustier is what we like to call, or I was calling them. That's in the wash right now. But when I was checking out of the hospital, they gave these like long big ones, so you just need 2, and they just put 1 and 2, and it's really, really helpful with the rubbing. And so I kind of got like a blister and like an inflamed part of my incision on this side, but if I had known to kind of keep it covered, these pads are ideal. They sell them at the hospital, and I guess you might be able to kind of jury rig like a diaper or like a maxi pad, or put a bunch of maxi pads to help. The second thing is, this is not like a technical back scratcher, but oftentimes I can't scratch my back and it's itchy quite often, so I would just use this and try and scratch. So if you can get a back scratcher or ruler or something, that would be great. And anytime you're driving or in the car, everything is ultra sensitive and sore. So like if you hit a pothole or whatever, this is not the actual size of the pillow, but I have a little pillow that when I'm driving, I just put it on my chest, and then I have I'm not driving, I'm a passenger, but I have the seatbelt over it, so it kind of helps. So if you're gonna go anywhere, I would highly recommend the pillow. But yeah, doing good. Feeling pretty good, just a little uncomfortable with the burning and the itching from the rash, but my energy is really good today, and just want to share those things. So I can reach pretty high. That's about it. This arm, I notice I can go more out than this one maybe, but yeah, doing pretty good. I can reach the fan, and I go slowly. So just taking it easy. Thanks, guys. Oh, here's a close-up of the scratches that have been inflamed and they're itchy. I don't know, like, it's so itchy. So anyway, okay, sorry, hello everybody. It is April 29th, 19 days after my surgery, and today was the first day that I actually drove. So that was great. Everything was fine. The only thing was turning into the mall was a little challenging. I had to do like quick, strokes. And I went to the mall and I actually purchased some bandos, which I had been visualizing that maybe I would wear with some clothing. They're only $5 and they're at Jeans Warehouse. And what they do is they have a built-in cup pad. But when I tried it on with a couple of dresses after I came home, I kind of didn't really like how it looked, and it was weird because one of the pads would be like lower, and so I'm actually glad that I didn't buy a whole bunch. I got 2 so I could alternate using them, but I'm not even too sure if I'm going to use them. But I'm doing really well. Still healing. The last time I had a really bad rash and it had spread from my tummy to my upper body, kind of creeping up my neck to my shoulders and down my arms. And I just put aloe or aloe on it and coconut oil, and it started to subside. So that was good. That was probably just the most uncomfortable part of this experience. Other than that, just sleeping on my back and not being able to reach certain things higher than here are the only issues, and my incisions are starting to scab. And so where some of the tape is actually falling off, we were told to cut it. And then where it's scabbing, I just try to keep it cool. Underneath the armpit, it does get a little irritated because of the rubbing. So I try to minimize rubbing as much as possible. But there's still tape. It's scabbing pretty nicely. The parts where it was rubbing aren't getting too poochy because you don't want keloids to form. So hopefully that'll be okay. I pretty much stopped wearing the compression bustier thing that I had just because I wasn't sure if it was scarring me. So we were using this bandage and we were wrapping it around my body, and so I like to sleep with it. It's kind of like a comfort thing just to keep the compression going, because you don't want fluids and blood gathering in this area, creating pockets. But doing really well. I'm gonna be back like going to meetings and whatnot on Wednesday, and have an event on Friday, and then the next week is when my life kind of starts to pick up again. So hopefully, just everything will heal nicely, and I'll get mobility back a bit more. But going well. Everything's going well. There was one day where I was feeling kind of down, and I thought like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I elected to mutilate my body. And I was just a little embattled in my mind. And then the next day I got my period. So it was just those hormones. So I still feel really great, confident. I feel as if I made the right decision, and I had really, really, really amazing support from friends and from my husband and my husband's family. So that helped a lot. So yep, great update, going well, returning back to life. And I look thinner.